What's the recovery been like for you?
It's been pretty good. Started off tough. It was my first surgery, so I didn't really know what to expect. But it's been well. We're right on schedule, right where we need to be. The trainer's been doing a great job. I've been coming in every day, doing all I can. But again, it's a slow process, and I have to take my time with an injury like this. So I'm just going to continue to do what the trainers tell me to do.
How difficult has it been for you to stay off of it?
Not difficult at all, because if I'm on it too much, then it starts to hurt, and I don't want it to hurt. So I just try to stay off it as much as I can. Try to do everything I can to help me be back on the field faster.
You've been hit so many times and got right back up. Did you know right away this was different?
Yeah, I knew right away. Yeah, I kind of felt it felt different when my knee hit the ground. I felt the pop. Usually they ask me after you get hit and you're on the ground, they ask you, did you feel any pops or anything? And I usually say no, because I never do, but this time I felt one, and I knew something was wrong because my knee was swelling up real fast, so I knew it was tragic.
After all the work you put in during the offseason, how devastating is that?
And very devastating. It was very, detrimental to me, my family, knowing that, we worked so hard to get here, and came off a good Orange Bowl win last year. We had a lot of high hopes for the season, and to just go out on the first game, really hurt. But, every athlete, gets hurt. It's a part of the game, and I have to understand that. I have to take the bitter with the sweet and just come back stronger.
Did you even know that type of injury was a thing? I mean, you hear about ACLs and all that kind of stuff, but
yeah, I didn't.
Was pretty unique.
I never really heard of a patella tendon rupture, but it is what it is.
How did you, the process in the day or so after, like how did you go about getting evaluated and getting the news? What was that?
The day after, I was trying to convince myself that it was just a sprain or just something light, that I could play through. But when the doctor, realized what it was, he told me up front, and, we sat down and talked with Jimbo, and, they let me know the news, and I started rehabbing as soon as I could, because that's the only thing I really could do.
Instagram video from a couple weeks ago where you spoke to the fans, telling them to be positive and everything. Have you been hearing feedback, negative feedback or anything, or?
Not really. I really don't have to hear, negative feedback to understand, what's going on. We understand, that we're not playing up to par, as players, and we have to do a better job. But everybody just has to stay positive. You can't jump ship. You can't really have a negative attitude when situations are going bad like this, because that's not going to make them better. So just, I'm just trying to harp on staying positive, trying to keep everybody a level head and just continue to work.
James is obviously doing everything he can, but there's been a lot of injuries on the offense. A lot of things have gone wrong. How helpless is it for you to watch the offense struggle?
Really, just me being a competitor and, just wanting to play, it hurts just watching, especially from the sideline, and, and just understanding the game and how things can be different. But the only thing I can do is just do my part, control what I can control, encourage the guys the best way that I can, and just continue to be the leader that I can be.
Auden was saying earlier that you've been out of practice and you've really been trying to help Blackman. What have you been saying to him, to get him, back on track?
Next play. Focus on the next play. That's the most important play in the game of football. It's the next play. You can't really dwell on what happened before. Just trust Coach Fisher. Continue to just do everything he tells you to do, because it's for the good. So just staying in his ear. I usually try to talk to him, when I'm on the sidelines, at the dorms, just whenever I see him. Try to keep his spirit up, good attitude, and make sure he's not getting discouraged.
Some of the stuff that he's gone through, does it remind you of any of the things that you went through, earlier in your career?
Of course. We all go through it as young quarterbacks. You go through growing pains. But it's just what comes with being a top athlete at a top program. It's just you're just gonna have to go through these growing pains. And actually, my situation was a little bit better than James Blackman, because I had a year to redshirt. I was in the playbook for a year. I sat, watched. He came in as a true freshman. It was a very tough situation for him. So just seeing him, battle and have the grit that he has, it just amazes me, because coming from high school, playing at a prestigious school like Florida State, and going into battle without, knowing, a lot of the playbook, because you just got here, is really a tough task. No one really knows how hard it is unless you are behind the center doing it. So I'll toast to him.
How difficult do you think it would have been for you to come in and, you know, play right after you got on the campus?
Very difficult. Very difficult for anybody. Very difficult for any you know, young athlete coming from high school and coming into a playbook that we have, very complex, you know, very diverse playbook. It's going to be difficult for any player.
You and Jaquez are obviously close, and you guys come into this year as a starting quarterback and tailback.
Right.
And now he goes down as well. Have you guys talked much since he went down, and also just how's that been for you to see a good team?
Yeah, we talk every day, and it's just again, just trying to stay positive. You can't really be sad about what's going on. We just got to take it for what it is. You know, take it like a man. You know, you get injured. Now, what am I going to do to get back up? You know, you can't worry about how I got injured, why me. You know, you just got to talk about the hows and what can I do now. So that's what me and him have been talking about. He's doing really well with the injury. You know, Jaquez smiling all the time as usual. So it's just a blessing to just be here. And now me and Jaquez being juniors and me being a redshirt sophomore, we see how important the game is.
And how much rehab are you able to do? Like what all are you able to do a day?
Really, just trying to get my power back in my quad. You know, doing my calf raises. You know, a lot of hip mat to get the swelling down. A lot of laser for healing. Just, you know, all the stuff that goes on in the training room that, you know, they put us through. But it's just the everyday process. You know, doing everything I can, not pushing it too hard, but at the same time, you know, still pushing myself.
You know, every injury and recovery is different, but have they given you any idea of is spring football a possibility, or are you looking more towards the summer?
Right now we're going week by week. You know, never really got surgery before, never had a real big injury like this, so I don't really know what type of healer I am when it comes to things like this. So we're just going week by week, you know, taking it slow. I want to be back, you know, as soon as I can, but you can't rush an injury like this. No matter, you know, what type of player you are, you got to take it slow.
Obviously, it's a tough situation, but have you been able to find any type of positives or anything you were able to learn about yourself that you can use to build on moving forward?
Oh, of course. I'm always a positive person. I like to stay positive. And, you know, when the injury happened, I was real hurt about it. But, you know, now it's just like using it as a positive. I go to schools. I talk to schools around the Tallahassee area, usually Mondays and Wednesdays, or whenever I get time to, just to see, you know, the kids smile. It makes me smile. Just to go talk to children and tell them to listen to their teachers and listen to their parents and do the right thing, and they can be in my shoes one day. You know, to, you know, go inspire kids and show them my leg, and, you know, show them like, wow, Deondre Francois can even be broken. He can even be hurt, but look at him. He's getting back up. He's doing better. You know, he's doing everything he can to get back to where he was, or even better. So just in trying to inspire the youth.
Where did you get the idea to do that?
I was just thinking about something one day, and I was just in my house, and I like children. I like, you know, talking to people who are younger than me and educating. And I just always wanted to do it for a while, and then me and D. Coles got together. And when the injury happened, I was like, wow, this is the perfect opportunity for me to do something like this. So this is what it is.